Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to the another online biology session, Anand Medical Academy. In last session, we completed the topic animal tissues. The enough basics were given to you to understand again in the offline classes. The newcomers, no need to worry. You just follow from this session and you can understand everything. In this session, I am going to introduce a very interesting chapter, that is biomolecules. Biomolecules is a branch of biology that deals the interaction between biology as well as chemistry. Suppose our body is made up of so many organ systems. The systems are made up of organs and organs are made up of tissues, as well as the tissues are composed of cells. Then cell is composed of so many chemical constituents that are micro and macro molecules. If we separate the micro and macro molecules from the living tissue, what type of chemicals are present, what is their percentages and all we can see. Most probably carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, enzymes and nucleic acids plays a very important role in the biomolecules. All these together form a living state to the organism, whereas in the non-living organisms these constituents were absent. Suppose if you see this chalk piece, it is an object, non-living thing. Whereas here this is a living organism. In living organism so many atoms are present, as well as here also atoms are present. The group of atoms become molecules. Here also atoms become molecules. So in atom level and molecule level, chalk piece and a living organism cannot differentiate. Once we go through the next level, means group of molecules become some chemical components, and here also compound chemical components were formed. But these chemical components next level arrested with crystals and colloids formation. That's why it became non-living. Whereas these chemical components further upgraded into bio-micromolecules and bio-macromolecules. These biomolecules could able to perform so many activities like anabolic and catabolic activities. Together is called metabolic activities. So metabolism is a very primary character of a living organism or cell. In case in our body bio-macromolecules were not formed and instead of that crystals and colloids were formed, there is no living organisms has been generated in the world. Just like this, everything will be objects. Today we have seen so many living organisms, means the updation of chemical components into biomolecules is a big history. In the evolution part of the second PUC, there was a lesson and there was a concept how origin of life happened with so many theories. Later we will discuss that. But in this lesson I am going to teach you important biomolecules. They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, enzymes, nucleic acids. These all basic concepts are very important to understand first PUC, second PUC as well as your further life sciences studies. So without let me start. The today topic is carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen molecules. If you ask me about the ratio, carbon is in 1, hydrogen is in 2, oxygen is in 1. So 1:2:1 ratio will be available respectively from carbon, hydrogen and oxygen elements inside the carbohydrate. If it is a pure carbohydrate, some combinations also there, in that this ratio will be different. 1 gram of carbohydrate produce 4 kilocalories of energy. So 1 gram of carbohydrate produce 4 kilocalories of energy. In case of proteins and fats, 1 gram of protein or 1 gram of fat will be different in the yield. Carbohydrates are simply called sugars, and in Latin language they are named as saccharides. So whenever you find this word, it is saccharide, that means sweet substances. Sweet substances is the meaning. Sweet substances simply called sugars. So carbohydrates are also called saccharides or sweet substances simply called sugars. So many sugars are there in the nature. How we have to identify them? By a logic we can easily identify them. Their name or names ends with OSE mostly, not every time. 90% of their names are end with O's. Suppose glucose, fructose, cellulose, like that. If you see the given three examples, in every name the end word is O's. So during pronunciation O's will come in their names. Don't confuse. Sometimes the same kind of spellings spell with A's, just like fructose, fructase, ASE will be there, that means enzyme. OSE is there, that means sugar. So this is simple differentiation. Next, very importantly, in the structure of carbohydrates, some functional groups are present. They are made up of even carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, but functional groups are some ketone groups, aldehyde groups, and these were present in the structure of carbohydrates. But carbohydrates are being classified by many ways, but the best way to classify the carbohydrates is hydrolysis process. What is hydrolysis process? Hydrolysis means reaction with water, capability to react with water. So based on reaction with water, H2O, carbohydrates has been classified. Suppose X is a carbohydrate that reacts with the water, then X1, X2, X3 has been produced. Suppose in the case 2, X is a carbohydrate that reacts with water, X only produced. Means here this X is not reacted with water. Then this type of X is called monosaccharide. Monosaccharides are types of carbohydrates where they never react with water. Even they react with water, products will not be different. Reactant will come as product. That's why it is called monomer or simple units of the carbohydrates. They are monosaccharides. But as I discussed in the first case, this carbohydrate or this type of carbohydrate reacts with water and the products are different than before. Such carbohydrates are called oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides or maybe polysaccharides. Here one should understand the importance of terminology. Oligo means few. Saccharide means sugars. Right? So, if it is a oligosaccharide, few will come. Means few monomers. All these are what? Monomers or monosaccharides. Simple units we can call. Simple units. So simple units are coming as a product, means this is complex unit or complex carbohydrate. Here what I would like to say, if a complex carbohydrate undergo the reaction with water or a complex carbohydrate undergone hydrolysis reaction, then many simple units or monosaccharides or monomers will come. Means it is reacting with water. But whereas simple carbohydrate that reacts with water, simple carbohydrate only comes, no other product will be appeared. And what about the polysaccharide? Here oligosaccharide means what? Combination of few sugars. So that if oligosaccharide undergo the water reaction, then few will come. if a polysaccharide, that type of X may be polysaccharide. If that polysaccharide reacts with water, poly means what? Many. Saccharide means what? Sugar. So many sugar component, that is a polysaccharide, if that reacts with water, so many monomers will come. So a carbohydrate that react with water may be oligosaccharide or polysaccharide. A carbohydrate that doesn't react with water, then that is monosaccharide. So this is how the carbohydrates has been classified into three according to the reaction with water. What are they? Monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, polysaccharides. Let us discuss one by one now. Firstly, monosaccharides. Let us see the monosaccharide definition again. Based on the hydrolysis. The hydrolysis of carbohydrates products will be nil. Nil means 0. Then the type of carbohydrates are called monosaccharides. When the product will be 2 to 9, means a X is reacting with water, the products are 2 or 4 or 9, not 10. So a carbohydrate reacts with water and the product may be 2 to 10, then such carbohydrate is called oligosaccharide. Understand? The last one. When a carbohydrate react with water, the product number is 10 or greater than 10. 10 or greater than 10, then that is called poly, means many saccharide. That number goes to thousands also, and sometimes lakhs. So this is how the three types of sugars were present in the nature. First one is monosaccharide. Let us discuss the monosaccharide in this class, and oligosaccharides and polysaccharides we will discuss in next video session. Monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are also called simple forms of sugars or simplest sugars. What is the general formula of carbohydrate? CH2O. The ratio 1:2:1. But what is the general formula of monosaccharides? Monosaccharides general formula is CnH2n ON. This is a very important. In the question, if that is about general formula of carbohydrates, answer is CH2O. But if they are meant for monosaccharides general formula, then answer would be CnH2nON. Here n greater than 3 or equal to 3. But n number never be less than 3. This is a very important thing one should observe. So if n is equal to 3 or n is equal to 4 or n is equal to 5, n is equal to 6, n is equal to 7 and n is equal to 8 or n is equal to 9. In that case, if you see n is equal to 3, you just apply the formula C3H. N is equal to 3, so to the 2 3s are 6, H6 and n place we have to place the 3, so that O3. As carbon number is 3, this is called triose. Ose means sugar. Number of carbons present in the triose is 3, that's why it is called tri. Later we will discuss their structures and examples. First the basic data you need to understand further sessions. If n is equal to 4, then what is the formula? C4H8O4. Then this is tetrose. Ose means sugar, tetra means 4. So 4 carbon component having monosaccharide is called tetrose. Like that, the formula of pentose is C5H10O5. It will be named as pentose. Ose means sugar, penta means 5. Number of carbons are 5. So according to the carbon number, monosaccharides are further classified. Carbohydrates are further classified according to the reaction with water, but monosaccharides are further classified according to the number or amount of carbon. Now, number 6, N is equal to 6, then that is a C6H12O6. You know very well that is called glucose. Glucose is hexose. 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 Hexa means 6. Ose means sugar. A sugar having 6 carbon component is the meaning there. Then if the number N is equal to 7, then C7H14O7. This is called heptose. Heptose. Hepta means 7. And if it is equal to C8H28 16, H16 and O8, then it would be called octose. But this carbon number 8 and carbon number 9 having monosaccharides are unstable. That's why in the nature N number 8 and number 9 having monosaccharides are absent. So monosaccharides are type 1 triose, type 2 tetrose, type 3 pentose, type 4 hexose and type 5 heptose. Why not N number is equal to 8 or 9 or formula having C8H16O8 or C9H18O9 monosaccharides are present in our chemical world? Means answer is they are unstable in nature. Even their structure forms very rapidly, they are denature their structure. They are unable to form their structure. That is why number 8 and number 9 having monosaccharides were absent. From 3 to 7 the structures are stable. Let us see their chemical formulas and molecular structures and consider with examples. If you see N is equal to 3, then that is called C3H6O3. This is a chemical formula of triose, right? If this triose have aldose group, nothing but functional group is aldose, or maybe ketone group. Fine. This is CHO and this is C double bond O. The carbohydrate is with the 3 carbon, but if their functional groups are either aldose or ketone, then their names will be different. Suppose this is called chemical formula. Chemical formula of triose is C3H6O3, but whenever we see the molecular formula, this is not at all difficult, guys. For 5 minutes we have to be impatient so that you can understand the logic. When we see the molecular formula, we have to go through first 3 carbons. Number of carbons are 3, and the first carbon have a functional group aldose, so that is CHO, and second one has one OH group and one H group, and CH2OH alcoholic group is common. So this is what the molecular structure of triose. Formula is C3H6O3. You just try to compatible their number. Number of carbons 3, right? So 1 first carbon, second carbon and third carbon. Whereas number of hydrogens in the triose structure should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of hydrogens are 6. Number of oxygens should be 3. 1, 2, 3. So this sugar is called triose. But which triose? As this structure having a functional group aldose, this is called aldose triose. Aldose triose is not example aldose triose is name. Aldose triose example glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde is an example for aldose triose. It is also example for triose. Specifically in question, example for aldose triose means glyceraldehyde. What is aldose triose? It is a triose. Functional group is aldose but not ketone. If the ketone groups are there, even though carbon number is 3, first carbon, second carbon and third carbon, and first carbon has CH2OH and the second carbon has ketone group and third one has CH2OH. So in case carbon number 1, 2, 3, first carbon and second carbon and third carbon, and here ketone group is present, so number of hydrogen should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So H6. Oxygen number should be 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is called ketose triose. So ketose triose is a name according to their functional group. Example is dihydroxyacetone. Dihydroxyacetone is an example. Dihydroxyacetone is the example for ketose triose, whereas glyceraldehyde is the example for aldose triose. How this glyceraldehyde is differentiating with the dihydroxyacetone? Very simple, functional group. Here the functional group is CHO, aldose functional group. Here the functional group is C double bond O. Other than that, both the carbon numbers are 3, both the hydrogen numbers are 6, and both the oxygen numbers are 3. But functional groups are different. In this case, ketose triose is differentiating with the aldose triose. Clear? Now, next see another sugar. If N is equal to 4, then C4H8O4, then the name is called tetrose. Number of carbons should be 4. In this tetrose, the functional group may be aldose, that is called aldose tetrose, and if ketone group is there, then that is called ketose tetrose. This is how two types were there. Let us see their molecular structures. This is chemical formula. If you see the molecular formula, just apply first 4 carbons, 1, 2, 3 and 4. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon and fourth carbon. If you want to write the molecular structure of aldose tetrose, then aldose group you have to take that is a CHO. Then first carbon has OH and this side H. Second carbon also has OH and this side H. The last carbon has CH2OH. You just try to compatible the number in the molecular structure and chemical formula C4, so that 1, 2, 3, 4 it was matched. H8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So H, number of H's are 8. Oxygen, if you see, should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the structure of tetrose. But which tetrose it is? It is aldose tetrose. Aldose tetrose. Example, erythrose, triose or triose. These are the example for aldose triose. Let us see ketose triose. Even in the ketose triose, number of carbons should be 4. Why? It is also type of tetrose. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3 and carbon number 4. So carbon number 1 has CH2OH, and this is also can be written as HOH and CH2OH. Like this also CH2OH can be written. Clear? Before you have seen that CH2OH directly, that CH2OH carbon has a tetravalency. It should have a 4 bonds, so that one side OH and all other 2 sides H, another side it is a valence with the carbon. Now number of carbons are 4. Let us see the second carbon should be OH, sorry, it is a ketone group, so that double bond O. This is a very important thing. In case of a ketose sugar, any kind of ketose sugar, C double bond O should be present. That should be at second carbon. Very important. And third one is OH, and another side is H, and fourth one is CH2OH. So this CH2OH also can be written like this. You just see. Okay, one side H, another side OH, and it terminated with H. So this is a linear structure. This is simply also can be written as CH2OH, carbon, carbon, CH2OH. Second carbon has ketone group, and third carbon has H one side, OH one side. This one and this one both are same. I said CH2OH also can be written like this. That is why it is appearing in a linear structure. Clear? So mostly maximum of the sugars or monosaccharides are in linear in their structure, and some carbohydrates like pentose and hexoses can also form a ring-like structure. Let us see when the time comes. So this is what the structure of ketose, tetrose. This is ketose, tetrose. Understand? Example for ketose, tetrose is erythrulose. Erythrulose. So the term is most similar, but we just check the spelling. This is erythrose. This is erythrulose. Erythrulose is having ketose group, ketone group, and erythrose or triose having a aldose group. So this is aldose tetrose, that is a ketose tetrose. If the carbon number 5, then that will be pentose. Let us see the pentose molecular structure. N number is equal to 5, nothing but carbon number is equal to 5. Then C5, H10, O5. What is this? What is this sugar can be named as? Pentose. Pentose. So pentose is a monosaccharide which has 5 carbons. This pentose may have aldose group as a functional group or ketone group as a functional group. So according to the functional groups, pentose will be 2 types. That is aldose pentose and ketose pentose. Let us see their structures. So this is the chemical formula. Now we are going to know about the molecular formula. As you seen before about the tetrose and the triose, these structures are also mostly similar, but number of carbon increases and functional groups also can be decided its name. Firstly, I am going to draw aldose pentose structure. I hope you got the logic how to draw, right? Carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The first carbon in case of aldose, they have a CHO, and second one has OH and H. Third one has H and OH, and fourth one has OH and H. The last one has CH2OH. So CH2OH is a very common thing here. This is what the formula of aldose pentose. We check the number of carbons, hydrogens and oxygens respectively and compatible with the chemical formula. Carbon number should be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And hydrogen number should be 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And oxygen should be 5. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you can ask me here, sir, the chemical formula and molecular formula compatibility is okay. Where should we draw the OH here or here? Can we write OH here or H here? Okay. But that will be left hand side and right hand side. So they are called D forms and L forms. Okay. Well, it's not a matter. Formula should be compatible with the C5H10O5. Then that is called pentose. Aldose pentoses. Example, ribose is the best example, and also xylose. These two are very known examples of aldose pentose. Then let us see another one, that is ketose pentose. In ketose pentose, where the ketone group should be present? Second carbon. So the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon and fifth carbon. So second carbon should have ketone group. Enough. That's a very markable point. And here CH2H will be there. Then it is also can be written as H, OH and H. So that CH2OH. So this is also can be written as CH2OH like this. And second carbon have ketone group. And third carbon have H and OH. And fourth carbon have OH and H. Also you can write here. Then you can write here H. Then the forms will be right hand side and left hand side. So they are isomers. They change their functional groups, exchange their functional groups from one side to another side. Then they are called isomers. The process is called isomerization. In chemistry, you will have that part. And here CH2OH. This CH2OH also can be written like this. CH2OH. So this is which sugar? Ketose, pentose. It is a 5 carbons. It is a pentose. As it has ketone group as its functional group, that it is called ketose, pentose. Ketose, pentose. Example: ribulose, xylulose. So here ribose. This is ribulose. Here xylose and here xylulose. These are the examples for aldose, pentose and ketose, pentose. So till we have seen 3 types of sugars, that are trioses, tetroses and pentoses, and their respective molecular structures with aldose and ketose sugars with examples. But pentoses have a capability to form some ring-like structures. What are the ring-like structures, how they turn, and what is their molecular structure? Now we can see. Ring-like structures formed by pentoses or pentose is called Furanose structure. Furanose ring structure. Let us see how. You know the linear form of a pentose. Suppose that is first carbon CH2OH. That is nothing but ketone, you can easily understand. And here this will be O, and third one is OH, H, and fourth one will be OH and H, and it will be CH2OH. This is a ketose, pentose. Example, ribulose. If you want a ribose structure, here you have to take the CHO. Then this is the Furanose ring structure. Pentagonal. Furanose ring structure is pentagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As they have 5 angles, it is called pentagonal structure. And this is the first carbon, and this is the second carbon, and this is the third carbon, and this is fourth carbon, and this is fifth carbon. First carbon has H, OH, second carbon has H, OH, and third carbon has H and OH, fourth carbon has a H, and here CH2OH. Even in the ring structure, we have a chemical formula here. What is the chemical formula of pentose? C5H10O5, right? This is what called chemical formula, and this is what called molecular formula. Molecular formula, and this is what called Furanose ring structure. So whatever their forms, their chemical formula should be compatible, right? So number of carbons here 5, and number of hydrogens are 10, number of oxygens are 5. Okay, clear. Then what about this? You just count the number of carbons here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that C5. Hydrogen should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The number of oxygens should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that is the structure that belongs to the pentose. We can say according to the formula C5H10O5. So this structure is called Furanose ring structure. Other structures, other sugars like a trioses and a tetroses, heptoses, means carbon number 7 cannot form these ring-like structures. These ring-like structures can be formed by only pentoses and hexoses. Ring-like structures formed by pentoses are called furanose ring structures. Ring-like structures formed by hexoses means carbon number 6 are called pyranose ring structures. When the time comes, we will discuss. But here, another important thing I am going to tell you. If it is ribose, listen carefully. This concept help you understand so many concepts in first and second PUC. By removing off one oxygen at the second carbon. So, at the second carbon, you are removing one oxygen, and as it is, you draw the structure. As it is, you draw the structure. This is a carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, and this is carbon number 4, and this is carbon number 5. So we did remove oxygen from first carbon, so the first carbon is as it is, H, and here OH. Second carbon we removed O here, so that H and H, oxygen was missing. And here the third and fourth and fifth carbons, there were no changes happened. So as it is, you draw H, OH, here H, and here CH2OH. So if you count the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen numbers, you will get C5, H10 and O4. This is important. C5, H10, O5, that is called pentose. C5, H10, O4 is not pentose directly. Why? Because it is not considering the formula, or it is not following the formula of Cn, H2n, On. Clear? But then, what is this structure? Why I am discussing now? That structure is called deoxyribose. This structure is called deoxyribose. Have you ever listened the term DNA, RNA? These are nucleic acids present inside our cell. Do you know the full form of DNA? Tell me. Deoxyribonucleic acid. What is that? Deoxyribonucleic acid. This is what deoxyribose no. So, it is a very important sugar present inside the DNA. This is the sugar present inside the RNA. So, DNA sugar is derived from RNA sugar. Means DNA is a genetic material derived from RNA. So, first genetic material in the world is RNA. Why? Without this, it cannot be formed. So, these concepts can be linked in your future lessons of first and second PUC. So, this is what about the furanose ring. Sorry, this is what. So, finally, what I would like to say here is furanose ring structures can be formed by pentoses. And this is a derived pentose. What is this? Deoxyribose is derived pentose. If the pentose is a monosaccharide, this is a derived monosaccharide. Its formula is not Cn, H2n, On. Its formula is C5, H10, O4. Let us see the last one, that is carbon number 6 called hexoses and their structures. Now, if the carbon number or N number is equal to 6, then that is C6, H12, O6. Chemical name is hexose. Number of carbons are 6, then that monosaccharide is called hexose. Hexose may have a aldose functional group, that is CHO, maybe ketone functional group, means C double bond O. According to that, hexoses are 2 types. Now let me draw the structure of aldose hexose. Aldose hexose number of carbons are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And here CHO will be there. And here H, OH, here OH, H, here OH, H, here we can write OH, H. Last one is CH2OH. So number of carbons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Carbon number is 6. Hydrogen number should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Oxygen's number should be 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finally 6. So this is the structure of glucose. How I can say This is the structure of glucose. As it has aldose group, this is called glucose or galactose or dextrose. Dextrose is the isomer of glucose. Another example for a monosaccharide like hexose is mannose. Okay, so this and altrose, allose. These all are the examples 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dextrose is also isomer of glucose. When these functional groups are change their positions, then they are called isomers. So glucose, galactose, mannose, altrose, allose. All these are belongs to aldose hexose group. Now, if you see the ketose hexose group, guys, don't confuse or don't feel that these molecular formulas or molecular structures are very difficult to understand and difficult to memorize. Very easy. The only thing you need is practice. Once you practice, okay, by listening couple of times this class, you will be own entire the concept of carbohydrates. Ketose hexoses. Ketose hexoses means first carbon, second carbon, third and fourth and 5 and 6. So number of carbons are 6, clear. And second carbon should be have ketone group. That's a very important thing. I am repeating many times. And first carbon CH2OH, last carbon CH2OH. And rest of things you can do here H, OH, OH, H, OH, H. Clear? And this is a D form, and if L form, why? Because it is a left hand side, first OH is. If that is a right hand side, then that is called D form. Clear? Alpha forms and beta forms. Right hand side forms and left hand side forms we can say. Now, and here also the formula is compatible with the C6H12O6. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons are there. Hydrogen should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oxygen should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So C6H12O6. But having ketone functional group, they are called ketose hexoses. Example, fructose, levulose. What is that? Levulose. Levulose is an isomer of fructose, and dextrose is an isomer of glucose. These two are same. Where their functional groups are changing their positions, name will be changed. Like that, apart from the fructose and levulose, sorbose, tagatose, also some kind of hexoses belongs to ketone functional group. So these are different types of hexoses. Let us see some hexoses and their presence. So generally glucose is called energy source. Whatever the carbohydrate you eat, it will be digested in our body by many enzymes in catalytic reactions, and finally glucose will come. Glucose is a monomer which can give instant energy. That's why whenever we are tired or panic, if you drink a glucose solution, then you will get energy instant. No other sugar gives energy like glucose. They will give energy, but they need some time. But glucose gives energy very rapidly. Why? It is a simplest form of monosaccharide, and it cannot react with the water, directly give energy in the form of ATP. And fructose is the sweetest sugar. Fructose is the sweetest sugar. So many sugars are there. In that, some sugars are sweet in nature, in taste. Sweetest sugar in the nature is fructose. Levulose is a isomer of fructose, and it is existing in honey. That is why it gets some sweetness. Let us see the last two. They are carbon number 7 and 8. Before discussing the other two sugars, let me tell you ring structure formed by the hexoses. Before we see furanose ring structure, that is formed by pentoses. Now we are seeing the pyranose ring structure. What is that? The ring structure formed by hexoses is called pyranose ring. Pyranose ring have 6 angles, hexagonal, whereas the furanose ring have 5 angles, that is pentagonal. So Before drawing the pyranose, let us see the formula of a linear structure of the hexose, like glucose. First carbon, second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth. First carbon has a CHO, last carbon has a CH2OH. Then identify which type of hexose it is. Aldose hexose or ketose hexose? Aldose hexose. Why? It is having aldose functional group. Then second one is OH, H. Third one is H and OH. Fourth one is OH, H and OH and H. So their forms can be interchanged, not an issue. This is the molecular structure of the glucose. When this glucose forms a pyranose ring structure, how it will be? Like, let us see. So it has 6 angles. In that, this is the first carbon and this is the second carbon. This is the third carbon and this is the fourth carbon. This is the fifth carbon and sixth carbon here. Okay. Now at the first carbon, H, OH is there, and if the OH is here, then that is called D form, L form. Clear? So OH is there, is the left hand side, that is called left hand form. Right side is there, right hand form. So right hand forms are called alpha and left hand forms are what? Beta. So alpha glucose means like this, beta glucose means this OH will be present upper side. And here H, OH, OH, H, H, OH, H, CH2, OH. So this is what called pyranose ring structure of the glucose. Which glucose? This is alpha form of glucose. So what is the beta form of glucose? Very simple. If this OH is there here, if this H is there here, then it will be reverse. The functional groups are just changed their positions, then that is called beta form. As I mentioned here, then we can change this as beta form glucose. So this is what the pyranose ring structure, and pyranose ring structures are formed by only hexoses. Furanose ring structures are formed by pentoses. Clear? Whether it is a pyranose ring structure or furanose ring structure, who discovered these structures means scientist Fischer. That's why they are called Fischer projections. Other than this, carbon number 7 is present. Let us discuss and finish. N is equal to 7. Then the formula is C7 H14O7. This is called heptose. Heptose may have aldose sugar or ketose sugar. Just like you know the very well the formula and molecular structures, you can go through. Aldose heptose example is mono pseudoheptose, and ketose heptose example is pseudoheptulose. So these are the examples for respective aldose heptose and ketose heptose. So and carbon number 8 and carbon number 9 are not existing according to their instability. Today I introduced you carbohydrates and characters of carbohydrates and how they will be classified according to the hydrolysis reaction, nothing but reaction with water. Later monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides has arrived. Today we finished the monosaccharide concept. In the next video I will teach oligosaccharides as well as polysaccharides, and I will finish the concept of carbohydrates. What we have to do now is, I hope you already written the notes, that is a learning notes by this lecture. You follow that notes and couple of times you watch the video and attempt assignment in given time. Thank you.